in Sioux City, Iowa at St. Vincent's Hospital, and I grew up in Sioux City in the Morningside area.
I was born at St. Joe Hospital in Sioux City, Iowa in 1940, March of 1940. And I grew up on a farm in Sloan, Iowa.
I went to Joy School, East Junior, and East High School. I graduated in 1954 in January.
Went to Sloan Community High School, all 13 years in the same building.
I got married in April of 1955. Our first child was born in 1956, second one in 1957, third one in 1958. He passed away in 1959, and then the fourth one was born in 1960.
My mom's the youngest.
1960, March of 1960, and had my first child in September of 1960. My second one of 61, and the third one in 1963. And at about the same time as President Kennedy got shot. Now about 93, we started foster care together, and we got 3 girls. There were 2, 4, and 10. We ended up adopting them, and we've had 89 kids all totaled in 20 years.
No TV. All we had was a radio. I didn't get a TV until after I'd been married for over a year. I had to buy a TV and put it on credit so I could establish a credit rating so I could buy a house. Because before that I just paid cash for everything. And they wouldn't let you do that. I mean, you couldn't get a credit rating. So then we bought a TV, and after the 3rd month I told the wife to pay that thing off so I don't keep getting billed. So she paid it off, and then we bought our first house. Let's see what else.
Well, how have things changed? We went from not having a telephone to having one that hung on the wall when I was 8 before we got electricity. Yeah, and it was the string thing you pulled in the middle of the room. And when we got a phone, I don't remember how old I was when I got the phone, but I remember getting our first TV when I was 14. Yeah, 14.
Well, we didn't have a phone until I was in the 11th grade of high school.
Yeah. And you're 5 years older than I am, so.
You would have been in you would have been in 6th grade.
Yeah, and it was the kind you dialed like this: ring, long ring, short ring,
I've
long ring.
like that before.
Just like the ones you see at the museum.
I've dialed the phone
And-
like that before.
And,
I've used one before.
and
I mean, the streets are all paved now. We didn't, when we grew up, the street in front of our house wasn't paved. I mean, the alley wasn't paved. We used to get a railroad man on our block. Like I say, he worked for the railroad, but they got all the ashes from the steam engine. So then he'd have to come out and drop a load of ash in the alley so we could drive up the alley. Without that, we'd never gotten out.
well, I started school at 5, and my bus driver came out to meet all his kids on the bus. They were going to be on his bus, and it was mud road. So, and it was, we didn't know any different. My dad farmed with horses at that time. And I remember the day he sold the horses, and all of us kids, must have been 6 of us at the time, we bawled and bawled and bawled when he sold the horses to whoever he sold them to. He says, it's okay, I'll go back and get them. And my mom said, Joe Peterson, don't you even think about it.
So.
We've had
Many of them
Many of them, black friends,
foster.
Mexican
Yeah.
friends, we've
Yeah.
had all races and foster children.
Oh,
The
I
native-
remember them.
Yeah.
I remember some of them.
Yeah.
Like the twins.
Yeah, the Native American kids, we loved them. Oh, we loved them all though. We did, we loved them all. There were some we helped out the house though.
Didn't there? I remember there was Mackay.
Yeah.
Didn't you have Mackay's brother for a little bit?
Yes,
And
Markale.
then, yeah, I remember. And then weren't there like, oh, what are their last names? Maria?
Yeah, Maria and Sally and
Aren't all of them
Claudia, they're
sisters?
Native American.
Aren't they all sisters?
Right,
Yes,
And their whole family adopted all of them?
yeah.
one at a time as
One
they
at
were
a time,
born.
we had to talk
Yeah.
them into it.
Oh.
But they're glad now.
Yeah. Now Mackay's still family.
Yeah,
She's
my
not the
guys.
same.
Yeah, he is. He's my heart right here.
Yeah, we've had Asian friends, Vietnamese.
Yeah, especially
I
with
had all kinds of work for me, all different races worked for me.
yes.
Where?
At All Nations here in Sioux City down on Water Street. It's the Native American Community Center. We've been there 2 or 3 times.
We've been to their powwow.
Yeah, we went to the powwow once.
Powwows are, they have their native foods to eat. They
Their dances.
do their chants and their dances and their drums, where they beat the drums.
Yeah.
And they're dressed in their native,
Native.
Outfits were just fabulous, just fabulous. The whole thing was fabulous. Although we felt like we were.
We were the outside, right?
We were the outsiders for sure.
You can,
But I love their Indian fry bread. Oh boy, that was good. Mexico and
You've been to
Alaska.
Mexico with your sisters.
Yeah, I went to Mexico and I was at Puerto Vallarta with my sisters and stayed at my sister's ex-husband's condo and oh, we were treated very well, very, very well. We were right there on the ocean. It was awesome.
Mom would go to work and Dick and I would get up and then I'd ride my tricycle over to Grandma Messmer's house and then we'd go out and play. And we could play until lunchtime. Then we'd come in the house at lunch, then we had to stay in there, get on the basement, take a nap, because you couldn't go out at noon in the sun because you might get polio. Which what they didn't know where polio came from. You couldn't drink out of a rubber hose because it might cause you to get polio. So then then after that we'd go out and play, we'd come in for supper, then we'd go back out and play till it got dark. But we had to be home when the streetlights went on.
That's what my mom said. She was like, I had to be home when the streetlights were on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so, but nobody worried about anybody snatching us.
yeah. At that time, no, we didn't have
No.
to worry about that.
People were nice.
Not that it didn't happen. It did happen. It did happen. You can look back in history, but
Yeah, but nothing like now, I mean.
nothing like now is right. I mean, that's why I took my second group of kids to school every day and picked them up every day. I mean, I just did. My first group took the bus to school. I didn't worry about them. They brought the bus home.
I walked to school.
But here, this second group of kids that we raised, you know, we didn't dare.
Too many idiots out there.
Well, and not only that, they had bio parents that were not too swift either. So I think we had more fun raising the second group of kids because we were a little older, a little more patient, a little more wisdom, and it was, you know, we had a little more money, a little more stuff. But it was a lot of work. A lot of work.